Hello everyone, welcome to Kobean History, and today we are going to take a look at how Tuesday got its name. According to the international standard, Tuesday is the second day of the week. If you want to know more about why some countries like the USA use Sunday as the first day of the week, you can watch the beginning of my Monday episode. And as with Monday, we are also starting in Greece. The Greek named Tuesday after the planet Mars, which they equated to the god Ares, the god of war. So in ancient Greek the name for Tuesday was Eros Hemera. Then when the Romans came they took a loan translation from the Greek. So in Latin it became Dies Martis, named after the god Mars, which is the Roman name for the Greek god Ares. The Germanic people in turn took a loan translation from the Romans, and in Proto-Germanic it became Tiwaz Dagas, named after the god Tiwaz. In the Proto-Germanic religion, Tiwaz was the head of the pantheon, which puts him in a similar position as Zeus or Jupiter in the Greek or Roman pantheons. As the languages diversified, the name for the god also changed. In a language that would become Old High German, the name for the god became Ziu or Zio, which is why Tuesday in Old High German is Ziosdag. In the language that would later form Old Saxon, Old Frisian and Old English, it became Tiu. And in the Old Norse religion, it became Tyr, which is how we get Tisdager in Old Norse, which forms the root from where the modern Nordic languages evolved. In the Norse pantheon, Tyr has lost his position as head of the pantheon to Odin, but he is still the god of law and single combat. In Old Saxon, which is one of the languages most closely related to Old English, Tuesday became Tuesdag, and in the other closely related language, Old Frisian, it became Tisdi. Which brings us to Old English, in which it became Tiwasdai. In the meantime, Old French had evolved from Latin, which had turned Dies Martis into Mardi. Latin also influenced a lot of other languages, including Welsh and Irish, which are also spoken in the British Isles. When William the Conqueror conquered England, some of the French influence came into the English language. Old English turned into Middle English, and Tiwasdai turned into Tiwasdi. A language which we haven't yet spoken about in this episode is Dutch. And that is because Middle Dutch had a distinct word for Tuesday, which doesn't relate to any other languages we've spoken about. In Middle Dutch, the words for Tuesday include Dinsdag, Dinksendag, Dinsendag. It used to be thought that it came from the word ding, which means thing or assembly. But in more recent years, it's more and more thought that it came from Tinxus, which was a Latin name the Romans gave to the god Tiwaz, from which Tuesday has its origin in the other languages. And in the Middle Ages, this Dutch way of saying Tuesday also crossed over to the Middle Low German language, which evolved from Old Saxon. The Scots language also split from Middle English. Here you can see more of a Nordic influence. Tuesday is more similar to the word for Tuesday in the Nordic languages. Then a few more centuries went by, and that's how we come to Tuesday. Thanks everyone for watching, I hope you've enjoyed, and if you want to see more of my videos in the future you can subscribe to my channel.